Every once in a while, I take it to the internet and critique people's social media, look at their websites, and also just look at their sales process. Today, we're going to jump straight in. Just before I begin, if you wish to have your stuff critiqued, all you need to do is click the link in the description. There's some other stuff beneath that, but that's all you need for now. Starting off, Anna Castella. 10K followers already. Transform bodies, elevate confidence. I like it. Online training and nutrition coaching. This bit here, sometimes it could be because I'm on desktop. The whole fact that we need to populate it, just double check that for me. Sometimes having a more succinct bio that doesn't need expanding could be good. Static transformation, watch my new video. One thing I will say is I'm not sometimes always the biggest fan of sending people from Instagram to YouTube. Think about it this way, right? When I'm using my phone, I might be having a poo. I might be waiting for a bus. I might be just doing things where I'm on Instagram for the sake of being on Instagram. Sometimes YouTube is a different mindset. So for instance, if I go look at your latest video, okay, this is a 13-minute video. So we've got to ask ourselves, how many people on YouTube are in the mindset of watching a 13-minute video? Maybe not that many. Now the issue is they might start watching it. Oh no, the bus is here. Got to go. And then YouTube will score that kind of as like an average view duration. If you want to get people on your YouTube, rather than sending them from Instagram, there are already billions of people on YouTube. So if I go have a little look at your channel here, okay, you've been posting some shorts. Seems a little bit random. Now, what if I told you people could find this video and end up connecting with your personal brand? The issue here is this thumbnail is terrible. I'm afraid it's awful. I ate like my worst fitness era for 24 hours. Only oats and water challenge. Okay, I ate like my worst fitness era. I don't know what your worst fitness era is. For 24 hours, not a very long time, only oats and water challenge. So what? Just eating oats and water? I don't really understand what's happening. If I don't understand what's happening, I'm not really going to watch it. I ate like my worst fitness era. No offense, but why would I care that much about your worst fitness era? Okay, let's go. Sorry, no offense. But if you want to know what's up with your video, it's the fact that I'm not going to watch it because I'm not even critiquing it. I'm not really interested. Recreates an old unhealthy fitness era for a day to highlight how misguided her habits once were. Okay, so if we look at the reason you did it, your past habits made you lose muscle, not build it. She trained excessively. Now she embraces balance, enjoying food, nourishing her body, and training intelligently. Like, I can't help but think that maybe this video should have been, you know, how to fuel correctly for exercise. Or if we go to your reels, hold on a second, hold on a flipping second. There's 2 million views, 2 million views on this one. 2 million views, brother. I was down, but now I'm up. Yeah, it's all God, this ain't no love. Yeah, I used to be stuck. I'm not quite sure what's happening. So then again, there could be a YouTube video in why this glute exercise got me over 2 million views. You know, we could have maybe reused that. Check. Of course, I picked someone non-bloody English speaking to begin with, but gracias for everything. Okay. Ow! What I would say is this, go through here and see what are your kind of most compelling reels and ask yourself why, then turn that into a video. But this, no bueno, no bueno. There's you're in it twice. You've just copied your title and put it in text. The red, I don't know what that means. How to fuel, but even that's a little bit of a boring video, isn't it? I would say write down a list of your perfect client, the struggles they face, and make a video that can solve that. That's what I would say. That's what I'm saying. And don't get sucked into memes or, you know, trying to get views for the sake of it. These are the ones where you got to read the caption. I'm sure you have a lovely personality. I'm sure I can already see you have very well developed glutes, but maybe let's just talk to camera and try and help people. Well, let's move on. Okay, Jack Cunningham, filmmaker, marketer, builder, Gold Coast, K. I know your missus won't be happy, but that could be redundant. Okay, Demolition Media, Rival Inc., watch the process. Of what? Come with me as I build Demolition Media as an action sports videographer. This I think you could change around. You could just say, you know, I'm an action sports videographer. Like, as I build Demolition Media, I don't really understand what that is, if I'm honest, nor do I care. Let's have a look. This top-down shot is a little bit weird. I'm not going to lie to you. So right now you'll notice the camera in front of me is directly at eye level because I do not want to seem inferior or superior. Because if you're looking up to me now, you're in an inferior position. I'm in a superior position. You might have some mad monitor in front of you. I get it, but it's just a bit weird with a wide lens looking down.
Time that it takes you. They're paying for the time that it saves them. As a beginner videographer, it's really easy to underestimate your value. And don't get me wrong, in the early days, just getting in the reps is more valuable than any money you'll earn. But as you gain experience, you'll be able to work more.
I don't really know what this is about. I get where you're going with it, but maybe we could have set this up a little bit with the first thing that you would say in it. You know, you're not charging enough as a videographer. This is why. Give me like a little bit of a context as to what's going on. What's going on, brother? That's cool.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Why do you need all of this to shoot video when you can shoot photos with just this? The short answer is you don't. I use this.
So is this page for your media company, or is it to work with new videographers?
B-cam on video projects all the time, and I know heaps of professionals that do super high-end work.
We're back in.
Your perfectionism is killing your progress, and waiting longer to start is only going to make things worse.
That's a bit of word salad, bruv. I know, I get what you're trying to say with a bit of a sales pitch. It was a bit of word salad, bruv.
Been fed up with posting the same content again and again for months, and I've done nothing about it because I was scared of the outcome. Or more honestly, that I'd be judged for it. I was worried that this...
Okay, at this point, I see you got 61 likes, and I applaud that, but I just don't know where this is going.
The video would be outside my niche, or...
Let's go to the next. And the thing is here, mate, like I'm trying to be as kind as possible. But even now I'm like, right, let's just have a look at the next video. But in the context of people swiping at home, that's going to someone else's video. Sunday Essentials. I'm just a bit confused by what you do or who you are. Like, do you want bookings as a videographer, or do you want to work with other people? Let's have a look here. Demolition Media, photography, videography. Okay, cool. Right, yeah. Rival Inc. I don't even know what this is, mate. I'm a bit confused, right? Some of your content here is kind of leaning into a bit of the B2B space, and you just don't really allude to that. So the first thing I'm going to say is when I get here, I'm just a bit confused. Come with me as I build Demolition Media. Who are you talking to? Because here, you know, is this the ultimate vlog combo? Then here, every beginner, I'm a bit lost, mate. I want to know what you do or what you're trying to do. And even here, mate, I come to your website. This all looks good. But I don't know what you do. I don't know what I'm here for. I'm just watching dudes on bikes, and I come down. The vision, driven by a passion for action. I'm like, still don't know what you do. Cool, there's some brands here. Who am I? Don't care. Why am I here? What is the sole purpose? Like, if I show you this, let's go. One of my squeeze pages, 30 days and 30 ways. There'll be links to all of these in the description. It's pretty straightforward. 30 days, 30 insights and ways to optimize your business. That's what it is. Then if we go to lead, actually the easiest way for me is going to do this. Every single page that you're going to go to that's one of my websites is very clearly going to show you exactly what it is. So we've got the outcome, become a master in short form content creation. We've got a bespoke PSL. We've got pricing. So we call this above the fold in marketing. So everything you land on in this page is above the fold. This is the really, really important stuff here. Like yours was just a video, which is, no, it's not fine. There's no function to it. Then let's say you want to have a look at an email marketing course that I've got here. Everyone talks about your first 10 grand month. Wait till you have your first 10 grand email. People go, oh, that'd be good. Cool. Find out more. Want to master email marketing. Let's go personal trainer. I have an offer for personal trainers here. Finally, a course that answers the question, how the fuck do I run a better PT business? Only people that want to run a better PT business are going to get interested at this point. So every page has to very clearly let people know what it is that they're going to get. Let's have a look here. The only sales page template you'll ever need. All of these things I put in there so that when you land on a website, you know exactly what you get and what it costs, whether or not it's free, what you're getting. I just feel a bit confused by your stuff, brother. All right, let's try this geezer. Okay, my man. Oh, by the way, the glasses can probably come off. The thing is, I'll put them on because basically it just makes the thumbnail easier to click. If I look at my statistics, when I wear these in the thumb, you get more clicks. And then if I wasn't wearing them in the video, you'd be like, what's going on, brother? Okay, top porn addiction recovery coach for men. All right, 2,000 posts, 7,000 followers. I would say that's an indication that maybe we're not quite tapping into everything that we need from the content, but let's get into it, brother. Let's get into it.
You're edging for hours, and this is why it can be so devastating on your time and energy.
I feel like I've just landed into someone else's conversation. I'm probably going to leave. One book sparked this guy's recovery from porn. Okay.
One of the things that is so devious about porn addiction as opposed to other addictions is how many of these consequences are so subtle and so hard to see because they build up over time. And it's...
Okay, I don't mind you clipping pods. I don't mind, but it's never going to be as effective as actually getting content. Porn is making you soft. Porn is ruining your life. Porn is killing you. That's what I want to hear.
What happens if I continue living my life this way? You will keep fading, not in a cinematic, tragic way, but in a quiet, pathetic one.
Maybe a bit
who
too
you
dramatic.
are today,
Maybe a bit too dramatic for me.
If you can live a life where the default, just the first thought that pops into your head is,
I'm not sure if I'm mad on this music.
your attitude towards recovery is going to be this.
The hooks, we need a bit of work. I need you to really bring the hook to the forefront. Tell me a fact. Porn is ruining your relationship. Let me explain. Like, if you want to help people, the person that I would think about has to be, oh, Dr. Julie. She is fantastic. She's a bit of a fox as well. Don't care, who knows. I'm saying, Dr. Julie, if you're out there, I think you're a fox. Now,
don't make this mistake.
Hook. Don't make this mistake. What mistake? She's pointing at a fish tank. Curiosity is built. Let's get into it.
You're working on your own happiness.
Working on your own happiness. Who isn't working on their own happiness? The current pool size for this video is fucking 9 billion people.
Imagine this is you, and this
set up. Imagine this is you and this is your life.
is your life.
Now we're trying to imagine how our life could be a fish in a fish tank. And do you know what? The only way we're going to find out is to keep listening to this setup till we get a payoff.
But like most people's lives, there are problems that can make it toxic. If a
Or visual for it being toxic. Come on.
fish is living in a toxic environment, eventually it gets sick. So you take her out of the dirty water and put her in a new tank for a while. Kind of
Great transition.
how you take a break, you go on holiday for a few weeks into a new environment, and it helps. Everything gets better and feels great for a while until you return and go right back to that toxic situation again. And it doesn't matter how clean the water was on your break or how refreshed you feel. Eventually, you will get sick again. If you want to thrive in the long term, you have to focus on cleaning up the environment that is affecting you every day. I'm a psychologist. Follow for more.
See, look, it's a soft call to action, a call to action, follow for more. And usually I don't like people asking for a follow, but that is just exquisite. This is what we need to do. We need to have a visual. We need to think of a hook. We need to have a setup. We need to have a payoff. We need to really strategize that content, brother. And this just seems to me like I'd say it's probably harder the way you're doing it with these kind of clips. And again, you notice I try and take my headphones out when I'm talking because it's like personal, right?
It doesn't matter how.
If this is from a podcast, fine. But if you're doing a piece to camera, why you got headphones in? Why? Like, these just aren't really performing well enough for me, brother. And like, you're a little bit too close. The music's a bit dramatic. There's no setups. There's no like payoffs. And also, do you know what? I could be completely wrong. I might need you to not dramatize porn quite so. Like, for me, surely porn addiction sits on a spectrum. There must be a cohort of happy wankers. You know what I mean? There must be happy wankers who can have the odd little bash the bishop and they're fine. But not everyone is going to die if they wank. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to say. A global movement towards freedom. Look, let's just say for some people, their wanky is probably not congruent with a good and happy life. And they're the people who need to help. You know what I mean, brother? You know what I mean? Too many things here. Whoa. I land here, I'm like, get me out of here. Okay, we got the Breaking Porn Addiction podcast, Unhook Stab It, it's a free discovery call. You know, there's just a lot going on here. Okay,
If you can
YouTube's
master
looking pretty
these
good.
3 key steps, your struggles with
Right,
porn
let's have a look at
addiction.
your number one. Okay, you see how all your latest videos look like this? They look all right. If I go to your most popular, they look nothing like that. So you see this one. If I started my porn recovery journey in 2025, I'd do this. Let's do that video again. Let's do this video again. Why? Because it fucking worked. How I avoid the binge after a relapse with porn. I'm not sure the thumbnail's fully nailed here. You got like 2 photos. I'm not really seeing the before and the after. Should you stop masturbating? These do need a bit of work, I must say. But copy this one because for whatever reason, this one did well. And then I think that you should you wanted to book a discovery call,
If you
right?
can master it,
Yeah, cool. This is fine. Call to action's there. It's just a difficult one, isn't it? Like, I would say I can't connect with that. If you had videos on how to wank less, I might be more inclined to watch. But you know what? Sometimes you're traveling, you're all jet lagged, you're in a new time zone, you're staying in a hotel, no one's awake yet, it's 4 a.m, and there's just nothing better than a little Tommy tank. You know what I mean? Like, I know that it could ruin a lot of people's lives, but there's a lot of high functioning wankers out there. Ask my manager. He doesn't even masturbate, he's just a wanker. Hey, let's do a couple more. Right. Deep health training, Manny Diaz. Let's look into it. Kettlebell instructor. Never vibed with kettlebells. Not gonna lie. NGL. Okay. Bridging the gap for a living longer and better with kettlebells. Bridging the what gap? Living longer and better. Longer, better. I don't really understand that. Founder. Now again, bro, I'm at the Huntington Beach Kettlebell Club. Okay, cool. I like that. Founder, like, bruh. You started a kettlebell business that you do on the beach, right? You're not floating on the footsie, bro. You know, I want you to do well, brother. I really want you to do well. But you'd founder, I know you're American, bro. But let's not say, I got told to put founder in my LinkedIn bio, but we got like a $20 million FMCG business. And even I thought it was cringe. So let's just say, come on, man. Okay, no link in the description, no call to action. Let's get into it.
This year, I'm leaning into a lot of discomfort.
Look, bro, I'm going to throw it out there. First of all, hashtags don't do anything. You're in good shape in both of them, right? And it wasn't kettlebells that did this. You must have restricted calories or increased energy output. It wasn't the kettlebells that did this.
Today, we're gonna make one of my favorite recipes, and that is salmon over farro. This will literally do nothing for your knees unless you have a plan. Part of having healthy knees is your ability. Just because it burns doesn't mean it's doing anything for you. Just because you ignore knee pain doesn't mean it's gonna.
All of this content seems to be about knee pain. I thought it was about kettlebells. Hold on a second. Let's start this one again. This is a bit of an unnecessary setup. Horizontal row, kettlebell, you lengthen the muscle. I suppose if you're trying to promote people. Do you know what my gripe is with kettlebell workouts, bro? Right? It's just an easy to hold on to weight. That's it. It's just an easy weight to hold on to. That is it. That's it. And yet convenient. And all of this content to me should be around convenience. It should be around how if you just want to take up like 1 square meter in your house and have all your gym equipment in there, it's kettlebells. Because the truth is, if you've got more room and the ability to do more, you're going to get a squat rack and you're probably going to get better results. Right? I would also be clipping the hell out of Rogan and all the good things he has to say about kettlebells and making that part of my identity. But like the fact I watched loads of your stuff and just found out about knee pain, like you're not directing me anywhere. In your application, you did actually give me a website. So let's have a look at that. Deep health. What is deep health? No one in the form of health has ever said, I would love it deep. Oh, what can I do for your health, sir? Get it deeper. I don't understand the brand. Manny Diaz, deep health? Okay, remember we spoke about above the fold before? I land here, build a framework through deep health that elevates your training potential, nutrition, behaviors, restoration. You don't even mention kettlebells. So that does nothing for me. That looks good, does nothing for me. We've got links to socials which take me the wrong way. Don't let bad health get in the way of living your best life. Bad health. I thought you were the kettlebell guy. Look, this needs a bit of work, mate. I'll be honest with you. I don't really know who you are or what you do. I feel like we need to get that across a little bit better. If you have a kettlebell club, and you're putting kettlebell instructor here, surely everything just has to be kettlebells. You sell kettlebell workouts, you make kettlebell content, you do kettlebell tutorials. Like, the thing is here, I think you're trying to be like a specialist in too many things. It makes it incredibly difficult for me to keep up, I must say. All right, I hope you found those useful. Links are in the description. Get stuck into them.